Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to talk in this live about relationship. We all know that, and as per me also, like after health, relationship should be our topmost priorities because it's related to our family, it's related to our friends, it's related to our closed one. So whenever we have some issues in any of our relationship, maybe it can be with your spouse, it can be with your boyfriend or girlfriend, it can be with your parents, it can be with anyone whom you love. Whenever it happened, how many of you will agree that even if you have like so much money, you have lots of wealth and everything is very good in your career, but still you are not happy in your life, right? So that's why as a mindset coach, we tell that we need all four in our areas: health, relationship, and then it comes career and money. Because if your health is not okay, then everything is I mean, whatever you have, you cannot enjoy. Next comes relationship. So in today's life, I'm going to tell you about, if you have any relationship issues, check this five aspect I'm going to tell you in this video, whether you are doing the same mistake or not. And I can bet 90% of people who are having any relationship issue, they are doing at least one or two of these mistakes. So stay tuned till the end of the video, because you are getting a lot of benefit. And even if you don't have any relationship problem, still you watch, because so that you can suggest someone else, someone who is in your family needs your suggestion or advice. Or maybe later on, whenever you feel some kind of relationship issue, you can again apply those tips. So if you don't know me, you are new to this channel. Hi, I'm Sudeshna. I'm a mindset coach and healer, and I work on all four areas of life, that is health, relationship, career, and money. But my most priority is health and relationship, because I believe that those are two very, very important aspects in our life, which we often ignore till the time we reach like 40 or 45. And that time, by that time, like we all, our society actually need us to concentrate on more on career and money when we grow up. But it actually is not true. We have to have a balanced life. So most of the people do that mistake, and by the time they reach 40, 45, they don't either, they don't take care of their health, or they don't enough care of their relationship. And that's what, when they reach at that stage, when already they may reach a good position in their company or in their business, but their health and relationship is in a mess. So I don't want anyone to have this situation. So that's why I am doing this live with you. So if you feel that, if you're not watching live, if you feel that the speed is little less, you can increase the speed. And if you are watching live, you can mention in the comment #live. So let's start the topic. So the first thing I will discuss about filters. What is filters? So as you know, the English filter word mentioned, it's like water filter, right? Like when we give some input, it filters out something, it keeps out something, and the rest of the water flows in the uh, another area wherever we are storing. So that the same thing happened in our brain also. Most of us, most means I am telling 99% or even more, like almost 100% people, sorry, use filters in their brain. And let me tell you how it works. So generally we have three types of filters: generalization, deletion, and distortion. What are they? Let me tell you. And all these things we actually, when I coach people with NLP, neuro linguistic program, that's our brain's language, we can say. So there I actually help people to identify their GDD, and then work on that, how they can improve their relationship by identifying that. So in this video, coaching is not possible. You can listen or watch this video carefully, and then you can work on identifying your filters and work on how you can improve that. So let's start with generalization. So I'll give you a few example, because definition I don't want to give we learned a lot of definition in our schools and those things. I hate definition, believe me. So let's give few example. What are generalization? So suppose I'll give you few example in my life which I used to do a lot. So what are those? So suppose my daughters are not studying. They are suppose doing some other thing. Then I will shout at them and then say, "Ki, why are you not studying at all?" Or sometimes I will say that, "Why are you not eating this type of healthy food at all?" These type of things. So I think you or maybe sometimes I earlier I used to do like sometimes whenever my husband used to play a video game or something, I used to tell him, "Why are you playing video games all the time?" But how many of you feel that these are not correct statement? And when we say this statement, we are like very irritated, very anxious, and very sometimes very angry, sometimes very sad, and we say those things. And because we feel the way we are feeling that time, we feel a lot of negative emotions, which is not good for our health, which is not good for our relationship, which is not good for our future, anything. So how the generalization works? When you generalize anything, so it's not that ki my daughters are not doing study anytime, right? They are doing sometimes, they are not doing maybe most of the time, but it's not true that at all they are doing. Or maybe just take the example of my husband. Yes, he is playing games sometimes, but it's not that he's playing games all the time. So you can also now identify throughout the day what are these type of generalization statement you make inside your brain, and you feel lot of negative emotions. You feel angry, you feel anxious, you feel irritated, you feel like kind of bichara sentiment that no one is helping me. And because you are filtering those positive statement into a negative one, that is the reason of your bad relationship with maybe your kids, maybe your parents. Sometimes parents also will say something. So anyone, identify that with whom you want to improve the relationship, and then identify what are the generalization statement you tell to that person, and then change it. Whenever you say these type of statement, be conscious, smile, and say that, no, though I said that you do play games often, but yes, I agree that not all the time you are not playing. So something like that, you can do the makeup. So initially you can do this, and later on you will be more conscious, then you will not tell at all these sentences, and you will not feel also. How many of you feel that this is awesome tips? Please mention in the comment if you feel that you have got a lot of value. So comment that how, and also if you have identified your generalization statement, please mention that so that other people can read and they also understand their generalization statement. So that was the first thing. The second thing I'll tell, deletion. That is another very, very important filters. Some people have deletion filters very high. So what they do, they will do all the good deletion. So mostly they will do both good or bad memories, they will delete. So suppose they have many good memories in their life, they will not able to remember those memory, and they will all the time they will feel that I don't have any good thing. All the time I have suffered only. Why God has given me so much suffering, something like that. So it's not that they have not got any good memories, but they have deleted it. Sometimes for a good, it happens that we delete some bad memories also. But overall, if you see that even deleting bad memories also should, it's not very helpful, because we have to be balanced. We have to accept our good and bad both memories. So deleting is just not good thing. So I have given few example for that also. I hope you understand. So if you have any deletion filter, mention that in the comment. What are those? The next filter is distortion. So this is the most important filters, and people who have distortion filter more, it's very difficult to handle those people. So some clients, if they have distortion, we have to be more cautious as a mindset coach to deal with them. So what is distortion filter? So distortion is like if you see a suppose if you see a this rope and you distort it as a snake, so you'll be super anxious, you'll be super afraid, something like that. So if you tell that person that, uh, suppose you say that person that, so suppose your some of the junior is distortion kind of filter is high, and you tell that junior that your PPT is not that good enough, you have to improve. So that your colleague may think that I mean, his or her PPT is not at all good, and you are not, you as a boss, you will not give good care, I mean, good or appraisal to that person. Or sometimes he may feel that you are actually some like something like which you may not mean by the sentence. So that was one example. You can understand in your life what are the distortion you are making. So distortion is completely different thing you are assuming, which is not true at all. So if you are a distortion type person and use more distortion filter, please comment below what are your distortion filters. And then I'll come to other very important aspect which we often make mistake in our relationship. The first thing is communication. How many of you feel that the way we communicate throughout the day for our most of the relationship are not sufficient? We think something, we speak something, we expect something, and then again we feel something. So that is a different type of cycle which has lot of miscommunication scope. So just take an example. So suppose some boy and girl had an love marriage, and they had some courtship period of maybe some few months or few years. So that time they know each other very well, and they expected that after marriage the same relationship will carry forward. But they didn't discuss that this is the rules of my family, this is the rules of your family, you come from this, I came from this, and this should be our communication. So suppose you are sad and you want your husband, whenever you are sad, you want your husband to hug you, but you have never communicated that, and that person even doesn't know that what to do when a girl is crying or being sad. So most of the boys, they just avoid those situations because in their mind it's like their mind works like very straight line, the boys mind. So there's a book called Men Are From Mars and Women Are From I forgot, a long time back I have read that book. So this is a very, very interesting and very well written book, and I think it's a bestseller book also. So you can read that book. There, I think author mentioned that how a men think and how a woman think is totally different. But we, as a woman, we expect that man will think like us, and the men also expect that we women can think like that. And when we think differently, when we act differently, that is the time we both actually feel like why it is not happening. So it's like our brain wiring cannot be changed, but how you can change the situation? First thing, you have to communicate very well that, okay, so suppose you want your spouse to do something when you are in some other mood. You have to clearly communicate that when I'll be sad, please do that these things to me. When I am happy, please say those things to me. It doesn't matter that you are teaching them, because you are teaching your kids also, right? Or maybe you will be teaching your kids, right? So it what doesn't matter that if once you can tell your spouse to these thing are my expectation. If it helps to improve your relationship, try it. So this is very, very important tips, but if you can't implement those, it's of no use of watching. So tell me in the comment that which point would you implement from today itself. And these are very, very powerful action point. So mention that these are my filters and I will change those filters. This is my expectation and I will tell my spouse to this expectation. Even from parents' point of view, like if as a parent you expect something from your kids, tell them. As a child you expect something from your parents, tell them. So these are like telling what you expect will resolve most of the complaints. And the last yeah, so the last point is related to the current point is when you feel whenever you feel some negative emotion in your relationship, that happens because we expect that the person whom we are like whom we are feeling for whom we are feeling bad, that person will also react the way you want. But is that person is you? No. So how can you expect that that person will react the way you want? It's not possible. So as a person, we can only accept others the way they are. And for that, you have to first accept yourself the way you are. So if you want to really improve your self-love, you can join my 5 days of healing session, which I do every night, 8:30 to 9. And first 5 days will be free of cost. You can join and witness the self-love and the other healing, like healing of your relationship, healing of your health, career and money, all those aspects I work every day. Please join and see the changes in you. The link will be mentioned in the description box to join the WhatsApp group. After you join, ping me and join those groups. Thank you for watching this live. Hope watching this live will help you improve your relationship. Thank you. Bye bye.